got my flying pants on.
Oh, wait. There's Eddie Saunders Jr. We are live.
Oh, my goodness. What a pleasant surprise.
Morgan, how are you? Tell everybody on LinkedIn Live hi.
Hi, everyone. Here from the Industrial Marketing Summit.
Industrial Marketing Summit. Hey, we got to look in the camera. We got Morgan from True Marketing. We've got Eddie Saunders Jr. in the house. We've got Jeff Long. Joe Sullivan, get in here, brother. Joe Sullivan from Gorilla 76 is here. Let's start with Morgan. Morgan, you're talking in like 20 minutes and you're talking with us. What are you going to be talking about?
We are talking about creating content that your customers actually want to read and engage with, and creating content that meets them where they are through their entire buyer's journey. So I've talked to a ton of people at this conference already. People feel like energized and excited, and then they look back at me and say, but what do I actually write? What am I going to write? I've got a blank piece of paper in front of me, or I have something due in a week. And so that's what we're going to talk about, creating those topics that are really going to be meaningful to your customer.
That is so good. And you got to check out True Marketing. You guys have all sorts of incredible content on your website. They're like the one marketer that doesn't talk the talk. You guys walk the walk. You have all sorts of information, webinars. And I'll tell you, Wendy, we got to get Wendy in here in a minute. So Eddie Saunders is here, my brother. Eddie, I got two guys right here. Are you ready? Sure. Are you sitting down for this? Okay. Eddie Saunders Jr. What's going on, brother?
I'm clearly disrupting everybody in this room currently, so I will not apologize for that.
Not apologizing. Dude, you're talking like in an hour. What are you talking about today?
Dude, we're gonna get weird today, and I'm staying consistent with it for real. But mainly just focusing on powering individuals through direct channel sales, working with partners, and also the ever famous buddy branding system. So I won't show too much, but it's something I'm really passionate about. I've seen really great results through, and I'm ready to open up the playbook because I know that's what people are coming here for.
That's awesome. Guys, we're here at the Industrial Marketing Summit, and this is just so good. Sponsored by Cadina's Parts, and hopefully we'll grab someone from Cadina's. We got Jeff Long, True Focus Media, Video Value Bomb guy, and he's got this whole thing set up. So thank you, Jeff. Jeff, what's going on, dude? What do you think of this awesome program this week?
I mean, this week has been amazing, but then this track of Industrial Marketing Summit is fantastic, right? We're with our people and talking about how content can help drive sales, marketing. And the session we were just in talked about getting IT and marketing together.
Right.
And that's key. Yet it doesn't happen as much as it should. So that was
so
kind of a good reminder.
Man, wasn't it an awesome session? So we got this lovely lady over here, but I got to go to Joe Sullivan first. Joe, how are you, brother? Man, Gorilla 76, you've been moderating, doing an awesome job. What stood out for you this week so far?
Yeah, it's very cool to, all of you. I know you all. I've never been in a room with you, and I've also never been part of a industrial marketing event that is actually happening in person. A lot of digital things that we facilitate or others do, but so that's been really cool. And it's just it's fun to be the moderator here. I didn't have to do the hard work of thinking what I need to talk about. Instead, just kind of asking the right questions and pulling the wisdom out of these folks. So,
but great session. Just like Jeff was just saying, you just moderated a wonderful session. Just talk a little bit about that. Let's go a little bit deeper on what they were talking about with IT and sales.
Yeah, it was. It's interesting. I think there's a trend in marketing right now, and they are in like a corner of this, where as opposed to the traditional mindset of we need to bring everybody to our website and try to control the customer journey. Why don't we think about where our customers actually go and go with them and accept that that's the reality, and then figure out how to take advantage of that. And so they touched on it. It was Ashley Quinlan and Daniel Williams from Samtec, and they talked about how in their business they essentially work with partners to get their content on partner websites where all the engineers that they are trying to reach already go spend time consuming information. So I think it was really smart.
That was awesome. Nicole, how about standing over here in front of these tall guys, man? Look at all these tall guys over here, right? Can we see here in the screen? Nicole Donnelly, Donnelly Marketing Group. How are you? What do you think of this program today?
It's been awesome. I loved MJ's talk. She's just a rock star, so fabulous. I love how she talks about just customer research. I think it's so
Where is MJ? Get her in here. MJ, get up here.
Yeah, MJ, I just love how you talked about how important it is to do customer research. That I think is so critical and something that so many companies miss the boat on. So I just really loved that part of it. And I loved your approach and your strategy there. That was awesome. Thank you very much.
So MJ, welcome. Thank you. You just crushed it earlier today. You want to share with everybody on LinkedIn, like what were you talking about today?
So the title of my talk was Earning a Seat at the Exec Table.
Nice.
What I tried to do was actually tell stories from the last 6 years where I went from individual contributor, one-person marketing team, through manager, and then to exec, and then kind of reflecting on becoming a more effective exec, which is kind of where I've been focused the last 3-4 years.
Right.
But it was a lot of stories of like specific things, specific challenges I ran into, and what I did in those situations. And
Right.
so there was lots of like tidbits and sidebars about customer research and SEO and all kinds of stuff, but that was like the overarching theme.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
and it was very scrappy what you did, right?
very
Like,
scrappy, and you went back to like to 2016 and just talked about the progression on like how you grew and how you were more challenged, and just share a little bit about like that progression in a nutshell. I tell you, like it was mind blowing. So, but share a little bit about that.
Yeah, so 2016, 2017, no budget, no buy-in, right?
Yeah.
So that was the scrappy part. It's like you can do stuff with no budget and no buy-in, but a lot of people feel like they can't and they get stuck.
Yeah.
So talked about customer research and SEO, which are my 2 favorite tactics for
Nice.
people that are in a situation where they have no budget, no buy-in. 'Cause
Yeah.
you can do that cheap if you throw time at it. And then we talked about like the manager to director jump.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest takeaways for me, for people that are moving manager to director, is how do you get the other people on the executive team to see you as a peer?
Yeah.
And how do you show up
Yeah.
as a peer in leadership meetings?
Yeah.
And then reflecting on becoming a more successful exec.
Mhm.
I think for me, the biggest thing I struggled with early on when I became a manager and a leader is recruiting.
Right.
And so I talked a little bit about like, just the stuff I educated myself on with regard to recruiting. And one of my favorite topics that I think is not talked about enough, which is the relationship between marketing and finance.
Yeah, hot topic. And that was a great question. Like, hey, how did you learn finance as a marketer, right? That was a challenge.
Yeah, I just self-taught myself
Yeah.
by reading the finance director's report every month, and I realized that not everybody has access to a finance director's report.
Yep.
But actually, I bet you if you went and asked somebody senior in your business in the finance side of things, they've produced reports for somebody.
Right.
So
Right.
if they're willing to send it to you or talk you through it sometime,
Right.
just getting exposure to that kind of stuff is
Right.
really helpful for building your business acumen.
Right. And just and how you grew is just mind blowing again. So just great job. Hey, we've got Adam here, dude. Thank you for sponsoring this amazing, incredible event. What a party, man. This guy knows how to throw a party. So talk a little bit about what's going on behind everything, man. How you guys decided to put this program on, how you got this lineup of amazing speakers. Thank you, MJ. Thank you. Oh, there's Wendy. Wendy, dude, we got to get you in here. We got to get.
Hello.
But
So
let's
yeah,
hear,
I came. I was an attendee in 2018, and I was walking around seeing all these badges of manufacturers and industrial companies, but I wasn't seeing them up on the stage.
Yeah.
And so we kind of started kicking this idea around in 2019 that
Right.
there's a lot of opportunity to tell the story from the industrial side of things, the
Right.
B2B side. And that was the genesis.
Ah, dude, you're like giving me chills, so like it's like just this mass, it's just a mania of manufacturers, industrial B2B folks just that are fiercely passionate about helping manufacturers figure out this whole e-commerce and digital marketing transformation. Speaking of, man, I've got this rock star right here, Wendy Covey, my dear friend from True Marketing. Wendy, you're talking like 15 minutes, right? I know, like, and you're sneaking up here with me. So what are you gonna be talking about here in a few minutes?
Well, we're talking about 2 things: how to get inside the mind of a technical buyer. What do they think about? Where do they seek information?
Right.
And then we're going to be talking about how to create compelling, sticky messages and content for them.
Right.
Which is not easy when it has to be technical, accurate, but also entertaining, perhaps.
Right.
So we'll be pulling the curtain back on that.
Absolutely. And you've been doing it for what, a few months now? How long have you had True Marketing?
14 years.
14 years. And if I recall, we were on a LinkedIn Live about a month ago. And let's see, I'm going to do the math real quick. 2008. What was going on in 2008 when you started your company?
Oh, a little thing called a Great Recession.
That's right.
Although in retrospect, it doesn't seem quite as great as what we just went through, right?
That's right,
But,
right.
It was pretty significant at the time.
Well, I'll tell you, my respect and admiration for you. You are just a relentless entrepreneur. And man, you guys are going to miss her. We're going to have a great time here in just a few minutes. Wendy's going live. Adam, thank you to you, your team. I'll tell you, like, it's blue everywhere. You guys are absolutely crushing it. Configurators, e-commerce solutions, heavy duty. It's wonderful what you guys are doing for manufacturers. So
we're excited.
yeah, any other plug? Hey, let me get these. Hey, Eddie, Jeff Long, get Joe. Let's get back. Nicole, get back. Everybody, Wendy, wait. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Hey, MJ, get okay. All right, guys.
Okay.
Any last? All right. So let's. How can we squeeze everybody in here? And then one, let's everybody squeeze in. All right, guys. We dedicated. Everybody here is like just so dedicated helping manufacturers. How about a little like go. Let's get a little USA chant going. Let's get a little
Yeah,
patriotic here, huh? Let's go
USA.
USA. No, how about closing thoughts? MJ, any closing thoughts for us today?
Just thanks to Adam and Kadinas for having everybody. It's really cool to be a part of.
Thank you for being a part of
Absolutely.
it.
Joe Sullivan, any parting thoughts?
Elevating marketing for manufacturers. That's what this is about today. I'm really excited to see all these people gathered to do exactly that.
Awesome. Nicole Donnelly.
It's just awesome to be in the room with all these superstar marketers. Manufacturing rocks. Go manufacturing.
All right. I have to check my pacemaker first. Okay, ready? Eddie Saunders, any parting thoughts let me turn up my pacemaker.
Oh, goodness. Go Bucks! No, I'm kidding. Okay, we're putting industrial marketing on the map, and it starts right here, and there's no better group of individuals in a place to do it than the Rock and Roll City.
That's right. And Eddie, I hear all the cool kids are going into manufacturing. Jeff Long, any parting thoughts with everybody?
Follow that. That's not fair. It's just an honor to be in here and learn from people that are serving their audience, serving their customers through content, and that's where it's at.
Right. And Adam,
We appreciate these awesome industrial marketers trusting us
Dude.
to come speak on the stage and kicking ass. And thank you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for making this party happen, putting us together. Wendy, my dear friend, last word, any parting thoughts for everybody out there today on LinkedIn?
You know, it can feel a little lonely. You feel like you're the
Yeah.
only one marketing to this really skeptical, tough audience.
Yeah.
And this feels like a family right here. This feels awesome. I
Right.
have goosebumps.
Guys,
Great.
a lot of energy, just a lot of passion here, helping manufacturing. It is alive as well. If you're a manufacturer out there, you are struggling, you are challenged, man, we've got superheroes right here to help you. So guys, thank you. God bless every single one here. Thanks for joining us today. And that's a wrap. So thanks, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Good job, boss.
Awesome.
That was awesome.